Welcome to another video of mine. The first thing I'm going to discuss is related to the topic, which is being able, listen to me carefully, okay? Being able to speak effectively or speak properly or give a good speech depends entirely on being able to collect your thoughts and be articulate in conveying it, okay? Now, how do you build the skill of doing exactly that? That's what I'm going to talk about, okay? Listen, I'm gonna share what worked for me. This is not based on any research. I've not done any research at all. I just went out there, put myself out there, went through the hard times, dark times, thought so much about it, worked so much on myself to improve my speaking skills, delivered a lot of speeches at school because of the head boy and stuff. And this is everything that I've learned from just putting myself out there, okay? This is not based on any research, so I don't want any criticism in the comment section below, okay? Listen, this is what worked for me, and I'm pretty sure it could work for you as well. Now, the thing that I've talked about being articulate about the thoughts that you have collected in your mind and expressing it, right? There was one habit that I did every single day. If not every single day, then at least every single week, that actually helped me a lot in building that skill. And what was that habit? It was journaling. So I have this Notion app. I'll just show it to y'all. I have this Notion app, and I literally journal. This one. So I literally journal in Notion on my laptop every single day. And what do I exactly journal? Sometimes, let's say it's a strategy to crack an exam. So I just write it down. Sometimes it's my motivation to why I should do a certain thing. If I don't find any motivation, I'm going to journal about that. If I'm feeling low, I'm going to journal about that. If I'm feeling very happy, I'm going to journal about that. If it's after a football match and I feel so, I've learned a lot of things and I want to talk about it, or I want to learn something new from the experience that I've had, I'm gonna write everything about the experience that I've had, and I'm just gonna do that. What this did for me is it built a skill and ability in me to actually be able to be articulate, be concise with the stuff that I have in my head, okay? When you write down your thoughts, right, you most of the time you might have observe this about yourself, right? Your thoughts are kind of like all over the place and stuff like that. It's like you feel these thoughts, that you're thinking, but then it's like sometimes it's so chaotic and stuff in your mind, right? Now, when you sit down and you either write with your hand or you journal on your laptop or whatever, it's like you are basically collecting all this mess that's in your head and you're writing it down on a piece of paper or on a Notion page. Now, what this does is it helps you to be more articulate with the thoughts that you have and in conveying it. The more you do this stuff, the more you will be able to understand the nature of your own mind, and the more you will be able to actually express yourself in a proper manner. Express yourself, I mean express the thoughts that you have at the back of your mind, which is all messy and, all over the place. Journaling. I used to journal almost every single day, and that's when I realized, okay, like at first it was so hard for me to actually, even write a paragraph. Like my thoughts are so over the place. I was like, what do you even write? And then I just started writing, okay? Just put yourself to the pen or to the keyboard and just start writing, okay? Start writing with a sentence or something like that. Start somewhere. When you start somewhere, it just flows. That's the same thing with studying. You just start studying for 5 minutes. It just flows and it becomes 30 minutes and 1 hour, etc., etc. You just start watching a movie or a series that you have been hesitating to watch. You just eventually end up finishing the whole thing. That's what. Just start with a random ass sentence. It could be anything. Right now, if I'm starting to journal and I cannot figure out what to journal, I'll be like, okay, so I started to record a YouTube video, and it just flows. That's just how it is. It just flows. So the more you journal, the more articulate you can become. And when you read your own stuff, you'll be like, okay, this is where I stand. Initially, I couldn't even be articulate. My mind was such a mess, and I was like, okay, I need to work on this thing. So I started writing more often about my own thoughts, and the more I did so, the more articulate, the more I understood about my own mind and its nature. What that did for me was, when I used to speak to somebody about a deep topic, earlier I used to stutter a lot. I used to use filler words like etc., etc. Now I don't use them at all. Okay, what instead I do is I pause and stuff like that. Okay, like I just pause and there's a brief moment of silence. That's all. Now, why did why did I bring that up? Yeah, what that did for me is I whenever there was a deep topic being discussed, I would just start. It's like I'm journaling, but through my mouth. Okay, and that's harder, but it's a skill that you can develop by doing it more often, by doing it in front of the mirror, by doing it more to yourself, by just recording stuff that you want to speak. It's like you journal, and at the same time, let's say you have been journaling for a week, so at the week's end, just start discussing or talking to yourself about a certain deep topic. Now, the thing is, what this habit did for me, getting back to what I was saying, I got so distracted. Getting back to what I was saying, what that habit did for me, habit of journaling did for me was, whenever there was a deep topic being discussed, I would be able to start with a single sentence, and I would just go on and on and on. And I would find it would be like I'm pulling a ribbon from my mind, a messy collection of multiple ribbons, and I'm just pulling it, and it's just a single line of a ribbon. It just felt like it just came to me naturally, and I was able to speak. Right now, that's how I feel. It's like I have a messy collection of thoughts, and with my mouth, as I'm mindful of the words that I'm blurting out, it just feels so beautiful. It's like I'm journaling through my mouth. I'm able to be articulate with the stuff that I have in my head, and I'm expressing the stuff that I have in my head. And a large contributor to me being able to be a bit of a good speaker is journaling. Helped me so much, because I used to be someone who couldn't even talk properly about a deep topic without filler words, without stuttering and stopping and trying to craft a sentence in my mind in Malayalam and then converting that to English and all of that stuff. Now I don't need to do any of that because of journaling. I just got so good at the skill of converting my messy thoughts to something that's interpretable, if that's a term. And it's so beautiful. And that's what I would suggest all of you all to do as well. And this is what worked for me, right? And also, one more thing that worked for me is just speaking about a deep topic, just trying to journal through your mouth. When you are journaling, you would feel a certain sense of flow in the sense that when you aren't mindful, you can't properly journal. But then you would subconsciously force yourself to be mindful as to what you have in your head whilst journaling. That's the same thing that happens when you start speaking on a topic. So when you just get a topic and start talking about it, start with one sentence and try to like get in the flow and just blurt out the thoughts that you have in your mind to yourself in front of the mirror or something. Or if you have a person to discuss or debate about some certain topic, you could do that, because it helps a lot in you being able to be articulate. And it helps, just these two practices helps you a lot, journaling and then speaking. And the more you do that, the better you get at it. And initially, journaling is going to be ass, speaking is going to be ass. You wouldn't even be able to like properly form a sentence of meaning. But then eventually you're going to be like, okay, I need to work on this, and you start working on it. It's also about the drive or the desire to actually improve your speaking. That's a big factor. And consistency. These four things you have, and you are like, so committed to it, I can guarantee you that you can get yourself to become a very good speaker. And when you actually become a good speaker, right, confidence comes along with it. When you are in a situation where there's a lot of people discussing and stuff, and you are asked to give a speech, the confidence itself drives you to actually do it, because you know that you are a good speaker. So you're not gonna like stutter or struggle with coming with sentences in your mind, because you have practiced so much, right? Actually, confidence comes from practice as well. Like a footballer, out of topic, but like a footballer exudes immense confidence in the pitch because he has practiced so much that he knows that he is a very good player. That's the thing. That goes for any skill that you have, actually, and any situation where you have to express that skill as well. So yeah, if you are someone who struggles with being articulate, no, you cannot find what to say or figure out what to say when you are put in a situation where you have to discuss about a deep topic, then if you follow these things, it's actually going to help you a lot, because it has helped for me. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I love all of you all. I hope this video was of help. And yeah, keep learning, keep growing, keep getting better at the things you want to learn. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Love all of you.